everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Happy New Year, everybody. In today's late season matchup, we have two teams who have victory on their minds. It's the Saints going up against the Buccaneers.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. At a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3". On 1st and 10, rush, and his first pass is incomplete. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. Throwing again. Rush. Completes it right side to Britt. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Play clock winding down. From the gun on 3rd down. Rush. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So opening drive 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
Watch right. Hey, watch the slant. All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Stewart. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Really good, solid run right there, and they did it from a 4 wide receiver set. And if you're an offensive coordinator, they used to tell people, hey, we're going to throw the football. Now they use 4 receivers on the field to spread things out.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack.
All right, here we go.
Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in 3rd and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in 3rd and manageable. They've got a chance at a 1st down.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
How about heading into 2017, 50 career passing touchdowns, the most by a player who was 23 or younger, and also 4,090 passing yards, 28 touchdowns in 2016. This is a guy who knows how to deliver when the game's on the line.
And those numbers were the most in Buccaneer history, 4,090 passing yards and 28 touchdowns thrown. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. A first carry for the vet, Danny Woodhead. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. From the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete. Coming in carrying the losing streak, not the start that they were looking for. 3 and out on the opening drive.
So now everyone's looking at each other. And what I mean by that is, who's going to make the right play? Who's going to get us out of the doldrums? Who's going to get us out of this funk that they're in right now? They've got to find someone who will make a play, create a play, and get their confidence moving in the right direction.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Here we go now.
They start on the ground. This is Stewart on first. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Time running out here on the play clock. To throw on second down. Rush throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Watson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And the play clock's running down. Here's Rush to throw. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Looking to throw on second down. Rush. And he whips that one incomplete there.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong. He's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
They go play action here on first down. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Now Jameis on second down. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They run with Woodhead. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Second down, Winston. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Third and short yardage, Winston. And he's got his man, that's Landry. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Here's Woodhead. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And on 2nd and 10 now. On play action, Winston. And that is incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. Here's Sam Martin now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off the game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Now it's Woodhead. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The numbers on the ground for Woodhead last week. 18 carries, 83 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
There's the first catch as a 49er for Marquise Goodwin. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Jameis now on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the catch.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. On the ground, this is Woodhead. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And thus far in this NFL season, no touchdown scored for him, and he's not going to get it on that play either.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Woodhead. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Jameis to throw it. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. To throw on second down. Rush. Britt's got it. Complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Bucs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you've got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Looking to throw on second down. Rush. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Here we go. 3-19.
To throw is Rush. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
A carry for Foreman. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
The Bucs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Rush. He gets this one to Boyd. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 9-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
So that'll back them up 5. And this seemingly endless drive continues. They run again with Foreman. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun on 3rd down. Rush. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
I'd love to sit down at some point in our offseason and talk to these defensive coordinators. In the red zone, tight end is obviously a big threat, yet these guys continue to make plays. Is there any other way to stop them?
Apparently not. In the red zone, like you said, that's your guy. They got it to him.
Supreme confidence in going to a playmaker.
Green 39.
Now Rush. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Kenny Britt that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. To throw on 2nd down. Rush. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Throwing on 3rd and long. Rush under pressure again, and down he goes again. Frank Clark in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board. It's now 9-3. I feel like we just ran a marathon. That was a long drive. They probably wanted 6 if they're going to go that many plays.
And there were no checkpoints, no watering stations, nothing like that, right? Terrific job by the offense because not only did they possess the ball for that long, they wore down the defense. That could pay dividends later.
A 1st down throw for Winston. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down. 2nd down following the incompletion. Working out of the gun, Winston. Going back to Landry. This time he's got him complete. And he is knocked down from the side, right on the 30-yard line. coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Coming up at halftime, remember, we'll get you out to Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of this first half. That is, of course, unless you decide to skip him.
And for the record, we do not encourage that.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead stretches to 9. It's now 12-3. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense, finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
right?
Yeah,
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
To throw again. Rush. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
Ready. Move ready.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Again, it's Winston. Floating one, incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Third and goal, Winston. Touchdown, Saints.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. Adoree Jackson on the return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? How do they score here, especially a touchdown? It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because
Danny Woodhead, it's a foot race. 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for the Saints. 48 yards on the ground. Nothing fancy there. A little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut as you described and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And to give this time to the tailback. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
And this is going to be incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. A run by Foreman to start the drive. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Again, it's Foreman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Offensive linemen are famous for doing their job no matter who's carrying the ball. But when they have the confidence that the person carrying it can break off big-time runs, that makes them block just a little bit harder.
Off play action. Rush. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run with Foreman. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Throwing on 3rd and long. Rush. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
When you've got guys who can flat out run, sometimes all you say in the huddle is go. They ran the fly route, took the shot downfield, just unable to connect.
On is the punter, Ryan, to send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Now here's Danny Woodhead. He and the offense gearing up to take the field. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
From the gun, Winston. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
They make so many catches that are so tough, so acrobatic, so difficult, that often surprises me when they actually turn the ball over. You know, when the ball actually comes free. It's amazing sometimes because of what we see them do on so many different plays.
Had the catch, but couldn't control it on the contact. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. Here's Foreman. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
To throw on 3rd down. Rush. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Play clock winding down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. On 3rd and 2, Rush, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Kenny Brin, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit.
Trying to make a comeback often appears daunting, but the only way to get there, start small, score, and worry about getting the next one after that.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Returning it, John Ross. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because a strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
He has Britt over the middle. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Now Foreman. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. Time running out here on the play clock. Rush. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
All right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done. I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there, and I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll start on the ground here with Woodhead. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, Winston. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cliff Averill, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he'd been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 16. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that is incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. The crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 48 yards. trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage, look defensively.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Here's Rush to throw. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tyler Boyd, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. So they fought half the battle here, but they're still down.
Plenty of work still left for them, but they delivered in the first step in their comeback attempt.
How does the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away? That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
The Saints on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now Jameis on second down. Now they go screen. It's complete. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion. And to give this time to the tailback. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. The dive unsuccessful. The big fella can't pick it up. First down, Rush. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he rifles one incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Throwing again. Rush. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Boyd. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. The play clock's running down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Looking to throw on second down. Rush. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding offense.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Throwing here, Rush. Ertz over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Hurry up, here we go.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll go with Foreman, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the 4th. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like he still harbors some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. First down, Winston. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And down he'll go at the 25. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. It goes as a gain of 8 and it moves the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Jameis now on first down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
All right, say it with me now. A lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty?
Yep.
Wiley? Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. Winston now to throw on first down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. They'll throw again. Winston. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. To the air again with Winston. And that is incomplete here. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And that'll make it third down. The offense on third down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're looking at third and a few inches. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
The way the game's played now, you almost can take position affiliations off of guys. He may have been a running back, but they count on him to be a receiver and catch that football.
But he could not catch it. A big drop on third down. And his kick is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So now then, it's a big kick there to get this game back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal could still do you in.
Brandon, we're going to see right here. I would expect that after the kickoff, this offense is going to come out throwing. So those first few plays are going to be the key.
Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the fourth quarter now. And pushing up their lead, the Titans have scored again. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. Throwing on first down. Rush. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. To throw is Rush. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. And got to put it away.
Winston now after the fumble recovery. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Cliff Averill in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Now Winston. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jeremiah Tauchu in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Good move at the 30. They find some open field here. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. Winston to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 7 yards on the play. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Winston. Caught right side at Snead. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And an alley. Danny Woodhead. It's a foot race. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the fourth quarter now. And it was the Titans who were able to take home the victory there. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. Back to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Saints, they do get the victory here in the season finale, but it was altogether a disappointing season as they wind up at 6-10. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, this loss will mean they finish the season right at 500 at 8-8. But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Tampa.